All right. What we're going to do is talk about some really crazy stuff, but it's legit. You know, let's just say red brick or block. And then we've got to write this magnetic field. Okay, because we live in a realm where it's positive and negative. And we live on the ground. Okay? Sun, the moon. And this is us. Okay? And then there's going to be structures. And I'm just putting this hypothetically. This is just a brick structure. You know, with something cool. Whatever. And that's just... Because what we're fixing to look at is see, once we understand that the human anatomy, that the brain runs, the invention of the vehicle comes from me and you. Okay, and I don't care what kind of schooling you have, it doesn't matter, you won't listen, and you're wrong. Okay, they gave you a career based off of an environment that has poisoned this. So what we have within here is pineal and pituitary, sympathetic nervous system. The pineal is connected to the sun, the pituitary is connected to the moon, positive and negative. When those two come out of there's oil, there's fluid within the claustrum, there's a cloister. It's like a laboratory. When that fluid comes out, one part goes in the pineal, one part goes in the pituitary. The pineal is a yellow-like substance, the pituitary is a white-like substance, positive and negative. And when those two come out, they cross at the base of the skull, the medulla oblongata. And when they cross, positive and negative, what do you think is going to happen? There's going to be a circuit because you have a spinal cord. Okay? Spinal cord. And then what do we use all the time? An electric cord. Because you have electricity running up and down your spine that you don't know anything about. This right here. And truthfully, I would say iron. Wouldn't iron be? Because iron represents, or blood represents iron. Because the iron in your blood is magnetic. It's connected to the sun and the moon. Your blood is. That's what runs you. And these buildings that they used to make this red brick out of were magnetic. So they're going to be, you can stick a magnet to them. And they're going to be magnetic. So why would they make red brick? Well, I would say they would make red brick because the same way with our red blood being iron, and you have to build structure out of iron to make sure it doesn't collapse. You understand? And so, of course, we're going to, and the blood's magnetic, so it makes perfect sense to make magnetic red bricks. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at something. Okay? Alright. This right here, this is melted red brick. Now you can pause this and zoom in and look at all the bubbles and the heat. It's dirty, I gotta clean it up. It's come out of some people's yards. It's all melted and gooey. But this was red brick. See? Look at that. See how it's together there? This is all warped red brick, magnetic. This is how we made them. It's all warped. And it's going to be weaker. This is a heavy because it's been blasted. But look, you see what I'm saying? This was brick. Can you do this to any brick sold at Lowe's and Home Depot? It's a yes or no question. I'm going to tell you right now the answer is no. Because see, the more magnetism that you have flowing through your structure, the more not sick you're going to be. The blood, everything's going to be running the currency through you. No, you go spin currency, yeah, man. And see, they destroyed everything that was free. And then started, we got to cut the trees down and build everything and outhouses and all that shit when we had red brick. Because look, check this out. Now look. You can see the brick. See it? Look at that. That's from being very heated. You can see it right there together. I mean, look at that. However you cast them can't do that. It can't do this. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's like, see, some of it, it's been blasted. This is heavy. Which this, it is magnetic. See? I want to build my shit out of these. And that's what this is. Look, it is smushed like a fucking pancake. This can't happen in your world. Okay? So, now that we have proved that the red brick is magnetic, that's a fact. So it has to be cast with iron. Has to. How? How else would it be cast with any? I don't know. I'm a dummy when it comes to stone, cement, and all that. But it's funny how we got to here, ain't it? Huh? A man that with no knowledge on what y'all do, but yet brings you gooey melted substances to where you can't even explain it. Or you'll just say, well, that was just a fire or something. Do you realize, once again, look at that. These are several melted together. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we're saying. Look at the heat. We said this. We said the whole area has been blasted. So, and what they can do is manipulate the sun more than anything. Now how? Who knows? Dude, this is what's crazy. It doesn't matter where you go. They melted everything and blew it all to shit. And I'm being for real too. But they melted these structures made out of free power. Free everything. So blood and iron sort of go together. So red brick, you know. And see, the coke ovens though, there had to have been some way that they could make the red brick by mass quantities. Because, I mean, you're talking about structures of 20 and 30 million red brick. Okay? Yeah, it's real. And then they just melt it. And then blow it to shit. And then mud flood it, and however, they can raise the dirt, raise the level, and then they just plant more dummies there, and then create whatever. It's just like up here at the foot of this mountain where they're going to build a hotel and 1,500 houses or units. They're covering up this world that we're trying to show you. While you're crazy. You're crazy? We just showed you block, red brick that is fucking magnetic, and we do not build our structures out of them. And these sons of bitches know about them. But here's the good news. Your life will not change. because it doesn't matter what it is you do. If you're in any kind of government or city, state, there's nothing you can do about this. This is all controlled, buddy. This is, y'all have, your brain cannot put it together, I can tell you that. Because of your entire existence. Now, I can show you why you can't understand it, but your pride that you've had your whole life won't allow you. Okay? Because this is big time evil shit. This is big, 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 big slavery. It's all it is. It's all it is. Okay? Now, if you want to tell me that them bricks can be thrown in a fucking oven and that shit done, then go do it. Go manipulate it just like it was just like turned into silly putty. And then moved and then reshaped. Formed, then blown all the shit. And then bubbles. That's what I'm saying. There's so much heat that there's bubbles coming out. It's like when you make pancakes. But that's just batter. You know. So now we have a better understanding, don't we, guys, of what's really going on. Because up there on the mountain, the damn creeks are nothing. It's just red. Red dirt. And it's like, I guarantee you all that shit's magnetic. I guarantee you it's all the damn brick that's over time they blasted, melted, you know, over time it's coming up. It has been broke down from the blast and now it's coming up. And now what we really need to do is go harness it and collect it. But then it's like, he's crazy. He's not going in every night and sitting on the couch and taking pills. Yeah, and see, they created you. They blew all the old shit up and created the dumbest people ever, which is me and you. I'm included. Okay? Magneto, X-Men, yeah, they can do shit like that. It's real. Because of the magnetic field, the air, and the antennas, which would be your crosses, that's how the ether in the air, these structures would pull in the ether, the electricity in the air. That's why the Vatican's claim dominion on the air. The Vatican owns the air. That's their property. The areas you breathe in, it's the Vatican's, and you dummies are like, no, you're crazy, Matt. It's Satan. Satan, 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 Satan. We can't tell you anymore. So, you know, through these buildings, they would harness this energy, this ethernet, and then it would power the whole structure, whatever it would be. That's what I'm saying. You know, this is from this person's property. It's you know, they've already taken a lot off and fucking done something with it, but it's like we have to figure out how we can get free power from that, from those. What elements do we have to combine, or do we need to shave whatever it is they blasted off of it? I don't know, but let's try. Because I just put a fucking magnet to a red brick and it stuck to it because it's magnetic. Okay? And we can't even build, my house, the bricks here can't even last 80 years, 70. They're all fucking falling apart like nothing. That shit has been blasted, melted, and everything, and it is still together. That's like us. The iron in your blood, it's gone maybe, but we're designed so hardcore that even poison us for generations still can't just kill us all of a sudden. Same thing. Same thing. You know, Satan gave us the shittiest housing ever and the shittiest eating ever. And that's why everything falls apart. It's because nothing is ever made, whether it be in structures or the anatomies, out of anything that has to do with iron that is basically in the blood and in the block, in the brick. Hell yeah. Tell them sons of bitches that's like, Matt is crazy. Have you seen the last video? He's got magnetic brick. He is crazy. Why are you listening to him? Why? Why are you listening to him? Did you hear what I said? Magnetic brick. He dumb. Let's go do nothing. And see, I don't want to be a dick like that. I don't want to do that. Because see, the hardest thing to do is to listen. I know, because I was an alcoholic for a long time. But once you start listening, all doors will open. And if you're struggling, you know, with any kind of addiction that's detrimental to your health and your anatomy or your brain or whatever, you get into some truth and start researching, and you'll never have time to get fucked up ever again. Ever. You know, that's to those of y'all that don't like going to meetings and just, I can't go. It's like, well, then you got to keep doing something. You got to try something, because you doing nothing ain't going to get you better. It don't matter. It's fuck the drugs and alcohol. The food is what's killing more people right now than anything. And they just keep getting up and eating it more. And that's why they can't see any of this. Because the electric cord, which is their spinal cord, is corrupt. The oil that runs the vehicle, which is you, the brain, is corrupt. The transmission fluid and the motor fluid is corrupt, which is the cerebrum and cerebellum. Love you.